In our industry, the guest experience is absolutely everything. But what happens when the very technology that makes that experience seamless becomes your biggest risk? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the digital dangers that are lurking in modern hotels. And more importantly, what you as a future leader mean to know to protect your business, your reputation, and of course, your guests.
Hello and welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert, and I've spent my career working in modern hospitality operations and performance support. I am so pleased to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. We're really looking forward to supporting your professional growth. So, let's get started. All right, let's dive right in. Just for a second, think about the last time you stayed at a hotel. You probably booked it online, maybe checked in through an app, and you might have even unlocked your room door with your phone. Technology is literally everywhere, and it's been a game changer. It's made operations so much smoother and has helped us create some truly amazing guest experiences. It's been a massive wave of progress. And you know what's really fascinating? It's how all these benefits are connected. The more data we can gather, the more we can personalize a guest's stay, right? The smoother our payment systems are, the faster and happier that checkout experience is. It's this powerful ecosystem where every single digital improvement kind of lifts up the entire operation. But here's the thing. Every powerful tool has its risks. For every incredible advancement we've made, a new vulnerability, a new weakness has popped up. This is that other edge of the digital sword, and it's the side that we, as leaders, have to understand and manage with extreme care. So what are we actually talking about here? This idea of technology-enabled fraud? Well, it's basically anytime someone messes with your digital systems to gain something they shouldn't. And here's the part you really need to get. This isn't always about some mystery hacker in a dark basement. Nope. It can happen right inside your hotel by someone using the very tools your team depends on every single day. And that's because the threat can honestly come from anywhere. Internally, you might have an employee who has way more system access than they need, and they decide to just delete a cash transaction and pocket the money. But then externally, you've got that constant flood of phishing emails trying to trick your staff, and hackers trying to breach your network to steal guest credit card info. Both sides of this coin are equally dangerous. So what actually opens the door to these threats? You might be surprised to hear it's often the simple, basic things. Weak passwords like Hotel123, or one shared login for the entire front desk team. You combine that with software that hasn't been updated in 6 months and a staff that doesn't know how to spot a suspicious email, and, well, you've basically created the perfect storm for fraudsters.
So, where are these bad actors focusing their efforts? It's simple, really. They go where the money is. Think of your point of sale systems in your restaurant, your main property management system, and your guest databases. Think of them like giant digital treasure chests. That's where all the credit card numbers and valuable guest data is stored, which makes them, by far, the most attractive targets.
Okay, hearing all this can feel a bit overwhelming. I get it. But it doesn't have to be. The real key here is to switch from a reactive mindset, where you're just fixing problems, to a proactive one. Let's talk about how we can actually build a strong digital defense for our hotels. A really solid digital defense is built on 4 key pillars. First, you need strong access controls. That means making sure people only have access to what they absolutely need to do their jobs. Second, you gotta have detailed audit trails that log every important action. Third, you need continuous system monitoring to spot weird activity as it happens. And finally, and this one is huge, you have to build a culture where every single team member feels like security is part of their job.
And let me be really clear about this. This is not just an IT problem. Not at all. Real security is a team sport. Your IT department handles the firewalls and updates, sure, but finance needs to be auditing transactions, looking for anomalies. And operations, they're on the front lines, training staff and managing who gets access to what. It's only when all these departments are working together that your defense is actually going to work. And this brings us to what I think is the most important part of our conversation today. For you, the next generation of hospitality leaders, this stuff isn't just about operations anymore. It's about leadership. It is about governance. There's a quote that just nails this perfectly. Technology controls must be supported by ethical culture and management oversight. Just let that sink in for a minute. You can have the best, most expensive security software in the world, but if your culture isn't secure, if your management isn't paying attention, those controls will eventually fail. Your people and your processes are just as critical as the tech itself.
So this right here is the new mandate for every single hotel leader. That property management system isn't just a tool for checking guests in and out anymore. It's a critical asset that demands disciplined governance. It means you have to be constantly assessing its risks, just like you would with your hotel's finances or even the physical building itself. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought to chew on. This isn't some hypothetical question for a future exam. This is a practical, real-world challenge that you will face, probably from day one of your career. So think about it. How will you govern your technology? Because your answer to that question is going to define not just your own success, but the safety and the reputation of every organization you have the privilege to lead.